Welcome to Configuring Orion Alerts and Reports. My name is Jonathan Xiang and I'm a Senior Technical Trainer from SolarWinds Academy. In this series of recordings, we will introduce you to alerts and reports on the Orion platform, how to manage them, how to customize them, and how to build entirely new alerts and reports to meet your needs. In this video, we will introduce you to the Orion platform alerts. So what is an Orion platform alert? Orion platform alerts, or simply alerts, are essentially a notification of a problem or issue with a monitored element. The configuration of an alert can be very simple or complex, depending on the need. An alert can simply be based on the status of the monitored element, such as when the node is down, or highly complex, involving the use of custom pollers, custom queries, and reset thresholds. Every platform product comes with many pre-configured alerts that are readily usable. Some alerts are enabled right away and can alert us of detected issues immediately after installation. Others may be disabled at the start, but require little or no additional customizations to be used. Any out-of-the-box alerts can be used as is or modified, and alerts can also be created from scratch to meet specific needs. Active alerts, or alerts that have been triggered, are visible in several places within the web console, like the summary pages or element pages, such as the node details view. From the alert widgets, we can see information like the name of the alerts, the amount of time that has elapsed since the alert was triggered, and the object that triggered the alert. Alert components are clickable to drill down into the details of the alert. The All Alerts widget also allows us to acknowledge the alert as well as mute future alerts on the node. Let's have a look at these in the Orion web console. Here in our summary view, we can see the active alerts within different widgets. The active alerts widget shows us the alert name, the alert message, the element that triggered the alert, the elapsed time since triggered, as well as the node involved. We can edit the widget and choose to display alerts that have been acknowledged as well. The All Alerts widget does provide us with a few other alert management actions that we can take. For example, acknowledging the alert, as well as muting future alerts on the node. In the summary view, the widgets show the alerts on objects in our monitored environment. On the other hand, the node details view shows us alerts that are triggered on a specific node. The alerts are clickable to show the current status of the alert, amongst other information, as well as the current alert definition. Here we can also find widgets that show historical information of the same alert being triggered by the same element, as well as other elements. There is also an alert notes section that we can put in notes so that other users viewing the alert is able to know what are the actions that have been taken so far. This is also to prevent multiple users from working on the same alert. We can also navigate to the Alert Manager to edit the alert definition from this view, with the necessary permissions given, of course. Active alerts in the monitored environment are also visible in the Active Alerts view. Here we can see the list of active alerts. We need to say alerts that have been triggered but have not yet been resolved or reset, the message from the alert, the object that triggered the alert, the time elapsed since it was triggered, as well as the date timestamp when the alert was triggered. We can also acknowledge alerts here, either singularly or in bulk, by selecting the alerts and clicking on the Acknowledge button up here. On the left, we can see that we can group alerts by certain parameters. So for example, I can group alerts by the type of object that triggered the alert. For example, if I want to see the alerts that have been triggered by applications, or I can see alerts that have been triggered by, say, volumes. Right, so we can use this group by parameters to help us to focus in on the alerts that we are interested in. when we acknowledge a particular alert, say for example this one, it will prompt for your alert notes, and the stamp of the account, the user who acknowledged the alert, will be indicated here, as well as a date time stamp for when the acknowledgement was done. Alert limitation category allows us to define alerts and place them into certain categories that we can use to limit categories of alerts that a user account is able to view. Under the More, we can see that we do have certain page behavior settings that we can manage. For example, we can hide acknowledged alerts. So the alert that we acknowledged earlier on has been hidden. Do take note that it is hidden, but doesn't mean that the alert has been reset or resolved. It is still active. Uncheck this and it will bring the alert back. We can also pause the auto refresh of the page, in which case we can enable that pause. We can also pause actions of all alerts. This is a little bit what we call a panic button. In the event where you are hit with a lot of alert triggered actions, if you are bombarded by a lot of emails or pages and you wish to temporarily pause the actions of all alerts while you look at the problem, you can do that. And of course, after that, be sure to resume the pause. Finally, we can also suppress alert notes, in which case, if we select this and we acknowledge an alert, you notice that the alert notes prompt has been suppressed. So by default, a user does not have administrator rights. Therefore, they do not have node management rights as well. Under the alerts section, we can see if we wish to allow the account to have alert management rights, we will change this option to yes. In this particular case, there is no alert management rights. That means that the user, when it comes to the all active alerts page, they will not see the manage alerts link. Similarly, under the management rights, if you go into the node details, they will not be able to edit the alert as well. This is where we can limit the user account to a specific category of alerts. We can allow the account to be able to unmanage objects and mute alerts. This is particularly used if you want to schedule or put a particular object in maintenance mode. So if we were to take an example from a node like this, right under the maintenance mode, this is where we can unmanage as well as to mute alerts for this particular node, or we can put it on schedule. This option is also available under the Manage Nodes section. If you wish to allow the account to be able to disable alert actions, this is the permission for that. Or to disable alerts entirely, this is the permission for that. Earlier on, we saw the option to pause actions of all alerts. So this will require the permission here to disable all actions. And by default, all users are able to acknowledge alerts. So what does it mean to acknowledge an alert? It does not mean that the alert is no longer active or that the issue has been resolved. What it does mean is that someone has taken notice of the alert and the issue is being worked on. Escalations can be configured for alerts that go unacknowledged for a set amount of time. And in this case, acknowledging an alert also halts further escalations. As we saw earlier, when acknowledging an alert, the date timestamp and the user account is recorded. And we can also add notes that others viewing the alerts can read.